If you're relying on short form to scale an ecom coaching offer, you've likely already capped your revenue and it's holding you back. And the reason is because short form isn't a client acquisition system. It's more of a highlight reel. It's not the full puzzle. Now, the caveat behind short form is that it can be what builds your brand, but it's not going to directly build your business. And if you have missing pieces and other core aspects of your foundation missing within your entire acquisition process and coaching offer, you're going to struggle to bring in clients a lot more than someone that has all the moving pieces. And so in this video, I'll be breaking down every single reason why short form isn't the answer for scaling a coaching offer past 20, 30, 40, 50K a month. But at the same time, the importance of why you still need to utilize short form and build your brand, as well as what those other moving pieces are and how to implement them. Let's get right into it. Now, the primary reason why short form can't scale any type of coaching offer in any industry, but specifically in ecom info businesses, is because short form equals awareness. No matter how much people tell you, short form does not build authority, does not build depth or intent. It's purely for awareness. It's purely for getting people to know who you are. They're not spending enough time with you in order to build that trust and authority needed for the sales process to go deeper. But at the same time, it's a great platform because this is not to say that awareness doesn't matter, right? We need to top the funnel. We need to be reaching people. And the place where a lot of people are and meeting a lot of new people is on these short form content focused platforms, such as primarily Instagram for, any business purpose, especially for selling info, as well as TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Imagine how many people are scrolling and seeing new faces. Imagine the amount of new faces that they're seeing, the amount of scrolls that they're hitting on a daily basis. So this is a huge opportunity to capitalize on and capture some of this awareness. And of course, optimize everything on your front end, top of funnel to catch the right attention, right? To not only catch attention and get the awareness, but catch it the right way to take someone a little bit deeper, to want to find out more about you, to send them further down your funnel to the YouTube, to the opt-in, to give Meta enough data to be targeted with retargeting ads. And so there's two main takeaways here. It's to still do short form, but do it the right way, where it's not meaningless, random brain rot content, but it really serves a purpose. It still pushes your message, but at the same time, it's optimized for awareness, for getting reach, for building your brand, casting a wide net. And then second takeaway being that this can't be the final destination, because people are only connecting with you for 20 seconds, right? 20 to 30 seconds. You can go watch a couple other videos, but it's not enough for a full funnel. It's not enough for a full sales process. People can go DM you depending on their level of readiness to buy into your program and find out more straight from Instagram. But the average prospect, the average buyer just isn't going to do that. That's most likely not the pathway they need, especially for a higher ticket offer. Anyone selling a 2 to 5K, upfront or even more sort of program, one-on-one community, anything like that. And so in simple terms, if this is the dead end of your entire ecosystem, if this is the last thing that they can see, they're not going into much depth. And for that reason, you're not building much authority. You're not creating much intent. It needs to go further, right? And it doesn't have to be complicated either. It just means you have to be on more channels. You have to be serving content in other consumable fashions, right? Getting on YouTube, pushing out long form content, giving them more value, walking them through roadmaps, speaking about your journey so they can get to know you more, build up more, actual awareness of who you are, what you do, the people you've helped. And meanwhile, build authority, actually build intent, and go into a lot more depth. That can be done on YouTube. That can be done by also getting on platforms like X, running ads. The premise of the point is that you don't end at short form. Short form is not the means to an end with your acquisition. It's just a really great way to reach a lot of people at a cost-effective rate with the right, creative behind it and strategy. It's huge. It's a huge part of your entire acquisition framework. Without it, ad costs would be higher. You likely wouldn't be generating any organic leads. It's a lot easier to send people from short form, get the attention, get the awareness there, then send them to YouTube. That funnel works really well. And it's really easy to do, but we'll go more into this video. And so the first point here is that short form doesn't create buying belief, right? People are going to buy your coaching when they trust your competence, they understand your process, they see your depth, they believe you can really guide them. And obviously, based on what we covered, short form doesn't give you room to do that, short form alone, right? Number two is that ecom buyers are more sophisticated. People getting into Amazon FBA, people getting into private label, building a Shopify brand, they want the context, the proof, the nuance, the real expertise. As we all know, this ecom space has been saturated, a space that's been around for a long time. It's been around longer than the AI stuff, most of the drop shipping stuff that you see out there. A lot of these other models and offers that people are pushing onto the market, they're newer. And so what that means is that this offer's been around for a lot longer. There's been a lot more push. There's been a lot of bad names not getting the best proof. There's been a lot of people claiming things, right? And so they want to see something new, right? They want to see something that they can really trust because the market's still there. The buyers are still there, the people that want to get in, but there's just so many people pushing messages and offers in their face. It just doesn't really give them proof, right? It doesn't give them context, proof, nuance, or the real experience actually needed. And that's all the things you have to show through your content. And yeah, you can do that all on the short form side, but you're not building up enough intent. You're not building enough depth into your overall brand. But I'll give you a quick example. Let's say that you were to do a short form video on a case study, right? Walking through a case study of someone that came into your program, scaled to 50K a month in 3 months. Let's say you're walking through a case study in a short form video, really quick, quick. You drop their name, you drop through what they did. You know, someone sees that, first of all, it's not really optimized for the short form algorithms that are very snappy, quick paced, sound design, hooks, captions. It's not really optimized, doesn't really fully align. It's great to have, you know, as like your middle of funnel of your front end of the top of funnel, the funnel within the funnel, right? Pretty funny. It's great to have there for people that see your other content that's a bit more lifestyle or engaging or just overall broad. And then they see that, you know, that's great to see just some proof right away, some quick wins, you know, some credibility around your brand. But now imagine someone walk through a 10-minute video where you're breaking down the full process. You cover the lifestyle, where you used to be, where you are now, and they're building up all this intent and they're really connecting with your brand and your journey. And, you know, they want to be in this position. Then you drop a case study, right? Then you go into it for a full 2 minutes. They're going to resonate so much more. You just have so many more capabilities to push a story and invite other people into your story with more depth through other mediums of content. And our third point, which again covers the importance of short form, but at the same time, the importance of having more than just short form, is that posting consistency creates familiarity, but not exactly revenue. Meaning, once again, awareness doesn't equal authority. Views don't equal buying intent necessarily. You need a system that moves someone from the, you know, I've seen this guy's state to this guy knows my world to I want to actually work with him. And you're simply not going to get that out of just posting on Instagram alone. Now, point number 4 is the real bottleneck. That once again, short form doesn't build deep trust. It doesn't answer objections, doesn't handle enough nuance, doesn't really educate your buyers either. It's more so inviting them into the story. It's the broad, it's the top of funnel, and it definitely doesn't show your unique mechanism. And at the end of the day, without authority, your short form will never actually turn into clients. And so now with the actual missing layers of your overall acquisition framework, whatever you're doing to bring in clients now, the scalable model requires 3 layers. So that's authority. Great way to get that is going from X to YouTube, targeting a bit more of a sophisticated audience here on X. There's a lot more Amazon sellers. There's a lot more people in the private label space, people that know what they're doing. There's some of the top dogs in these spaces as well on X. They're looking to actually learn. They're looking to consume and get educated, kind of like they are on YouTube, but just in a shorter term fashion, not investing and committing into a 10 to 30 minute video, but more so these quick tweets that are less brain rot than any type of video content. And so the way we use X is very similar to how we use Instagram. It's just a bit more sophisticated of an audience, but we like to build authority on X. Those leads go really smooth over to YouTube, you know, build familiarity on short form, most likely where you can reach the most people with the right strategy. Once again, send them over to YouTube and then really reel everything in with your acquisition, mainly coming from predictable paid ads. And so based on this, short form really is only layer 2. It's not the full system. At the same time, we understand how important it is to reach eyeballs, to reach people in the first place, send people into your funnel, start building up data for Meta to know who to target, who engaged with your content, be able to make custom audiences, lookalike audiences, run retargeting campaigns. It's not to say at all that short form doesn't work or that it's not important. It's just as important as every other component. But the reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of people think it is a means to an end. It's the only platform needed to really bring in clients. And some people do. Some people bring in clients from Instagram. You know, they're really ready to go. People with these niched offers that are real offers that help people, you know, or people take the path of really just pushing the lifestyle. A lot of times with that, the common outcome is bringing in really turd leads that barely know you. They're just bought into the lifestyle and, you know, who you are. They're not bought into what you do. They're not bought into the system. They don't want to commit. Those are likely not really clients that you want if you're running a legitimate offer helping people with a niche specific business model like Amazon FBA, online arbitrage, wholesale, whatever that be, whatever specific model you're running, private label, building a Shopify brand. These are niche specific offers. We want to bring in sophisticated leads. And to do that, we need a sophisticated funnel and overall acquisition system. And that's exactly what we help ecom operators do that are pushing an offer in the info space as well. We only work with people clearing 6 figures a month in personal income from ecom itself and are looking to take this expertise and scale their info offer, whether you have one right now or you're looking to get one started in the right way that's hands off. We build out and implement a 3-hour per month content system where all you're asked to do is film 3 hours of content per month. Everything else is handled, done for you. We handle content strategy, scripting of every video, editing of every video, posting, the setting process. We handle everything to scale your offer, and we work with you till we pass that milestone that we set out to achieve in the first place. So if you want to learn more about how that could work for your specific business or you're looking to get into info, click that button down below. I'll leave it in the description and we can see if we're a good fit. Either way, I hope you found value in this video. Catch you in the next one. Peace.